Hey everyone, GameProFin here, and today I'm going to be ranking every Terraria boss based on how difficult they are. There's 5 tiers: super easy, easy, mid difficulty, pretty hard, and save me. I'm going to be doing this based on classic mode because it's classic, so yeah, you know. We're going to start off with King Slime because that's the first boss. If I can actually move up, yeah. King Slime is super easy. You can just go in one direction as long as you have a platform. The slimes are a bit difficult to deal with, but in total, if you just have something with a tiny bit of range, you can just kill it really easily. Next, the Eye of Cthulhu. Now, lots of people say that the Eye of Cthulhu should just go in easy, but I'd say it's super easy because all you have to do, again, go in one direction and just shoot at it as long as you have something with pretty good damage. Next, we have Eater of Worlds. I'm going to put the Eater of Worlds in easy because if you don't have the correct arena, you could pretty easily get killed. But then again, it doesn't do too much damage and you could kill it pretty easy, but it's not as easy as the other two bosses. The Brain of Cthulhu. I'm going to put it in easy, but it's more difficult than the Eater of Worlds. Again, you need to have the good arena, which should be easy. You just have to place down platforms in one of those crimson areas, if you know what I'm talking about. I could put an image on screen. Skeletron. Now, I would find Skeletron to be, I would say, mid difficulty, because it's definitely not easy, but it's a bit difficult. Sorry about that quick break, I just got a yellow ball chucked inside of my house by some of my friends, yeah. Okay. So what are we on now? The Wall of Flesh. The Wall of Flesh, I'm going to put it in pretty hard. It's supposed to be the hardest boss in pretty hard mode, which it is, but it's definitely not in the save me tier, because that's only reserved for some much more difficult things. Anyway, let's get into hard mode. Actually, we'll rank mini bosses at the end. Oh, Queen Bee. Yeah. Queen Bee is mid difficulty. No, I think it's I'll put it in mid difficulty for now. But actually, on classic mode, it is pretty easy. It's harder than all of the other bosses in easy, so we'll put it at the top. We'll see later on. Mechanical bosses now. Actually, no, where's Queen Slime? Sorry about that. Queen Slime. The Queen Slime, I'll put it in easy, but it's not the easiest, actually. Yeah, we'll keep it there for now. Now the mechanical bosses. Skeletron Prime is easy-ish. Is, I would say, the easiest of the mechanical bosses. And I'd put it actually in front of Queen Bee. Okay, there we go. The twins. Now, the twins is an interesting one. I would put it in mid difficulty above Skeletron, because actually I'll put it in pretty hard, because they are pretty hard, even though on my first world it was the first boss the first mechanical boss that I beat. The Destroyer. Now, this depends what weapon you are using. If you're using something like the Daedalus Stormbow, then it's down here. But if you're using almost any other weapon, it's up here, I would say. Because the probes are really annoying, doing tons of damage, and also if you hit some of the body, it also does a lot of damage. So I think pretty hard is a good placement for it. Let's see. For Plantera. Now, Plantera is very easy, I would say. I'm gonna put it in easy. It's a bit of an unpopular opinion, but the first phase is basically free. It's at the point that you are at in the game, it's almost impossible to die to, in my opinion. The second phase, as long as you have a big arena, it's pretty easy, I would say that. Golem. We know where this guy is going. Honestly, getting through the dungeon is more difficult. I'm sorry for that quick interruption. I'm going to go on to what's now the Lunatic Cultist. The Lunatic Cultist, for some reason, I had a bit of difficulty with it, though it's not as difficult. The top is getting extremely annoying. Okay, so I think that should definitely go down, and that's, I might move that there and that there, because I do have a tiny bit of difficulty with the Lunatic Cultist. Not sure why, but I just do. Okay, the pillars. I'm gonna put all of them in. Well, I'm gonna put the solar pillar in mid difficulty. Stardust, isn't it? Yeah, Stardust is in easy. Nebula is in mid difficulty, so not above. I think it should go like that. And Vortex Pillar, I'm gonna put here, because I'm not sure if it's on the same level as these two. And yeah. Oh yeah, Empress of Light. Empress of Light is pretty difficult. I think I'm going to put it in this tier, because it is quite difficult, but it isn't as hard normally as I would say these. Getting pretty hard. The Moon, we forgot about Duke Fishron. Well, we all know where this is going, I hope. Oh. Into Save Me tier. Duke Fishron is, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the game. Yeah, or normal boss, not enraged included. But Moonlord, I'll say, just goes in pretty hard. I think I'll move it like that. This is all of the normal bosses. I think all of the normal bosses. All of the normal bosses tier list. I think we could do all of the mini bosses in a separate video, but here's my tier list of all of the bosses. I'm going to quickly see if I have in the correct order, and then I'll tell you all the changes if I made any. I think I've made like one change, maybe moved Golem, because even though it is easy and we all know it, it's not as easy as the I've Cthulhu in my opinion. But here's the list. And there you go. Well, like the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you really enjoyed the content. Bye bye, see you another time.